Hello there everybody, my name is Allied Cam and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. Last time we sort of sorted out our problem here with the maximum security... Excuse me, drinking a bit of a soda so I'm a little gassy there. We finished up a lot of our problem with the dormitory here, so we're just going to continue to expand our, our normal security air wing. So I'm looking forward to continuing that process, and fortunately I've already built out this area, so I'm just going to use sort of the cloning tool. And I'm going to do that myself. We're currently bringing in about $8,000 a day, which is not bad, and I think that we can continue to sort of expand our prisoner population. And in fact, I'm going to set us up to do that for tomorrow. If you look at our capacity, we currently have a capacity for more medium security prisoners, but we are currently sort of maxed out on the small security ones. We're actually sort of over capacity, so I might have to build out an additional. Nope. I have space for 2 more, but that's as close as I'm willing to cut it in case I need an extra one for some reason. So now we can take in. How much more space do we have for these? We have almost 30, so I'm going to take in another 15 normal security prisoners, and by the end of the episode I'm hoping that that number is going to increase pretty drastically. So first of all, I need my planning tool, and I'd like to sort of measure out these walkways because I want to make sure that we have ample space throughout the facility and that I'm not going to sort of cover over where we're currently using space for prisoners to be walking. So this goes all the way down here. It's a long-ass hallway that goes really to nowhere except for the cells, so it's not a terribly efficient way to get around, and I wish that I'd kind of knocked out this wall here and made the cantina a little smaller while giving prisoners an extra way to get in there a little quicker. But it is what it is, and I don't really feel like revising that cell plan enough to make that happen. So that's Shale's out of the shower. I'm not planning on building anything in this hallway just yet, but it would be nice to sort of have the outlines in case that that comes up. I wonder what I would put in here though. These guys, I'm gonna have to see what it is the prisoners need, and then I might have room in these places specifically for that. Again, this is sort of another hallway. I'm gonna make it a double wide here. Double wide here, and then I want these areas to sort of not be, full of prisoners either. Planning. Let's see. How big is these cells? 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So yeah, that's what the cells will look like. So there's not a whole lot of space here. There's just going to be like a row of cells here. I'm going to fill out the cells along here as well. I'll fill out this row and this row as well, and then I'll plop in a whole other sort of region here. Now the way I built this room is kind of weird, but at least it doesn't look like such an empty amount of space now, does it? And I'm going to make this sort of a... Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. That's not a wall. I need this to be a walkway. Just like that. And there we go. So that's sort of how the walk area is. I think it's going to look. Quick build. Clone. Clone. Yep, just like that. And I can fit 3 of these dormitory-like cells there. And then I'm going to clone this area as well. 1, 2, 3, and I can fit 3 in there just like that. So I'm gonna let that complete, and then we'll see about installing after that. Oh, I need to put utilities in as well. Continuing my theme of having large pipes on the exterior, and then the small pipe sort of going in a straight line all the way up into here. Maybe I should have hooked up the water through the other side here, so that way they're not coming on the outside. That is the reason that I replaced the water generator in the center, or the water pump in the center of the area instead of on the exterior like I had initially when I started it up in here, and they were escaping through that room there. But I don't know how. I didn't want to risk how far away those small pipes are going to go, so. But that's definitely going to increase our capacity, and in that I actually feel comfortable to take in another 15 prisoners. So this whole area is building out nicely, and then I'm going to clone some more. Nope, you know what, I'm just going to sort of let that ride. But I think that I could definitely... No, I want to fill out the space. I really do. So I wonder if I could build this. Yeah, that's almost a perfect fit. So I build that, and then I select this area here. Yeah, okay, and that's as close to the... Yeah, we'll go one more. Next thing, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the cloning tool again. I'm going to grab this small area here. Yeah, and that should fit perfectly. And then I just grab all but the one side of the walls. I build out these dormitories along here. This is going to be a pretty pricey expansion, but I think it's going to be worthwhile. Need to get water into these cells again. I wonder... Yeah. All along the wall, outer wall here. And then I'm just going to... These cells are going to get water pumped in from there, and I'm going to see if that's going to work. And then these ones will get it from this exterior wall. It's still inside of the prison, so they can't really dig this way, and I quite like that. And hopefully the small pipes won't give us too much of an issue. So, did we get our? Yeah, we did get our new prisoners. So tomorrow I'm going to take in another. We have a capacity. We have a capacity for almost 60, so I'm going to get another 30 calls, 30 prisoners, and a call from the warden. Some of them are inmates in our prison. Hits has been taken out of them, but we need them alive. We need to identify the prisoners and keep them. We've been getting reports of sickness from prisoners. It might be worth identifying and quarantining the infected to stop it from spreading. I don't know how to quarantine people, and truth be told, I might just sort of let that one ride, but we'll see. I do have this whole protective custody area already sort of laid out. So let's see. I need my informants then. Ah, okay, there we go. Guys, tell me what you know. I need to find the guys with targets on them. Surviving witnesses. I need to find 9 of them? Total infected prisoners. I don't care about cell phones right now. I care about finding my prisoners. Finding my informants. These federal witnesses. Okay, there's one. Protective custody. There's one. Where are you? Oh. Federal witness. Protective custody. Federal witness. Protective custody. There's a lot more of them. Protective custody. Don't know how many of that is that we found. Ah, there's another one. Stop that. I'm gonna let these guys sort of go back to their cells, or go to a place where I can... Ah. Nope, nope. Protective custody. You there. Protective custody. I'm going to have to build out my protective custody wing a little bit. Yeah, okay. I'm going to deactivate those guys now. So that's not nearly enough. Well, I'm using the clone tool. Yeah, that's a really sloppy way to do it, but it will be what it will be. Okay, so those are all going to be protective custody cells. Do I need to make these dormitories as well? Yeah, my prison's infected. There's no quarantining anybody right now. I need to hire more doctors. It's going to cut into my profits for sure, but I'd much rather have these docs cleaning people and taking care of them. Yep. I don't even know how to quarantine people short of locking them in solitary, and frankly I don't have enough cells for it anymore, so we're just going to have to let that one ride out. Two disasters sort of happening at the same time. Now, in order to get these people over here, we have no... Okay, so again, it's going to be sort of the same issue that we had with the dormitories. I think it's gonna have to require them to be dorms for reasons I cannot fathom. So I'm going to make these all dormitories. And then I need to hook up the water as well, and I still have to find 2 of them. Yeah, okay, protective custody, I have the capacity for that. Intelligence, informants. Find me the last 2 people, the federal witnesses. Good, okay, they are moving the federal witnesses out into their own cell areas, which is nice. Federal witness. Ah. Recruit. 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 I need all of the CIs I can get to find these guys. Why don't I know what the why don't I know who the witnesses are? There he is. There's one. Oh, he dead. Oop, he also dead. There's 7 left, and I think I've got them all identified. Yep, 7 in protective custody. And that's everybody. Alright, I need to get... Okay, yeah, for whatever reason, dormitories makes the world go around. Everything's so much simpler the moment I start, you know, making them that way. I got this massive pipe going through my I hope that's not going to be an issue, but, you know, it probably will be down the line. And now we just have so many prisoners in this area. No wonder they got sick. We seem to be evening out at 161, though, so hopefully my segregation of the prison is helping out with that. I'm not seeing any sickness, for instance, in the max sec wing. A couple of corpses. And a little bit of sickness, but not as much as in the normal sec wing. I guarantee you that's because it's just a much larger area, though. So many prisoners. Do I not have water hooked up? Yeah, okay. That didn't go nearly as far as I was hoping it would. Tunnel. Okay, I'll check that in a second. I'm just gonna put in the water here, and hopefully that'll give me the water that I need to get the pipes going. Okay, this is going to be pretty easy. Search cell block. Search cell block. Once those two get searched, I'm even just going to dismantle the toilets. And these two. Dismantle and dismantle. Since they didn't turn up anything, and I've had too many people escape through that yard there for me to be, you know, comfortable with that. I gotta keep these guys alive for 43 hours, but I've managed to isolate them into their own area over here, and I set up the regime a long time ago to make sure that the protective custody guys are never sort of in the food areas, in the common areas, at the same time that the normal sec guys are. And I'm very A-okay with that, so long as I'll keep an eye on them today. I don't want Warren Ellison for multiple crimes, including possession and possession. Redundant. I don't want him getting in trouble anywhere. Okay, so that's not this toilet room is not the source of my tunnel problem, so I'll go ahead and reinstall them. Dismantle. Oh yeah, the whole prison's sick, but they seem to be dropping. At least the sickness is dropping down. Got 35 prisoners arriving tomorrow. Okay, so it's not these ones either. I'm just paranoid about tunnels now. Dismantle. Fortunately, that's the one thing that's nice about having these massive dormitories, is that I don't have to go through and dismantle 6 or 7 toilets to find the correct one that had the tunnel in it. It's just a matter of digging through the 4 toilets that are here, and none of them have it. So it looks like my fears are alleviated. That was a false alarm, but better safe than sorry in this particular instance. Cool. Reinstall those toilets, and now they're cells again. So again, we're sort of at the max limit for maximum security and minimum security, and protective custody as well. I'd rather not get any more of those, truth be told. Let's see what our intake's going to look like. Death row. I want some death row guys. But we don't need them right now, and I should actually build an area specifically for death row inmates. Death row only. Good thing I have all these doctors on staff. Like, that was a good call. Okay, so for death row, which will be the next area that we need to build out, I'm not sure sort of how I want to do this. What's wrong with these? Prisoners have nowhere to eat. No canteens are accessible by this cell. What say you? What do you mean? And also, I built this cell in backwards. Oops. That's what I get for being lazy. Logistics. Food distribution. There we go. All Everything in here will go to there. That works nicely. I can live with that. And there's a large jail door in between these guys and over there, so that's also nice. There's no wall here, though. We might need that. I might have messed this up a little bit. I will correct that immediately. Maybe I need more janitors, because this place just looks filthy. 5 more. And how about my staff? How are my guards doing? Overworked. I'll hire a bunch more of them, but that's because we got the intake. And it looks like they're sort of all taking them into their cells now. I think I'd like to expand this yard a little bit, if I'm honest. So what I'm going to do is, then I'm gonna start beautifying the area as well. So the first thing I need is a fence. And I'll expand that. Next thing, I want to make the this area kind of my nice area. Wooden floor, concrete floor. How about cremate floor? Oh, I think I already dropped that in here. I think I'm going to do that in this shower as well, though. 84,000. It's a quality of life thing. Marble tiles, metal floor. Mosaic floor. Why are these more expensive than the cremic, less expensive than the cremic tiles and the wooden floor? That's what I want to know. The offices, that's where I'm going to get the wood floors. Do we have any carpet? Fancy tiles. Get some nice flooring in there. And then I want some grass in my yards. I'm going to demolish these walls. Make my yard bigger. I need an execution room. I need all sorts of things for the death row. But where to put it? I really bungled this one death. Yep, that's a massive problem. I want to have a bunch of guards in this area. How about my armed patrol? I don't have one in the yard, do I? Cool. I don't have another armed guard, so I'm gonna have to pick one up. Max hired already. I need another armor. I've just searched that whole area. There's no way they built the tunnel that quickly. So I need more lockers. Armory lockers. So I'll just build another row of lockers there. And then once that gets installed, I'll drop another guard in there. Oh, looks like we got an autosave. Give me a bit of a stagger there. Looks like my showers are coming along nicely though. So, and my green grass. Materials. Grass. Cool, awesome. That should make them feel a little better. And then I'm also gonna give them some phones to call their people with, their loved ones. I already have some phone booths in here, so we're all set as far as phone booths go, and I'm still reluctant to give anything to the max sec guys. Man, this is a crowded part of my prison. And then I forgot to build a wall here. Man, look at these cats toiling away inside of the inside of that section there. Let's see. Yeah, you want to be a CI. You want to be a CI. So many CIs. You all be snitching on each other. Alright. Let me see what I can get some information out on. I don't know what this coverage means, but let's check it out. Let's activate a couple of UGATs. See if I got any more targets painted on anybody's head. You recruit. Confidential informant, federal witness, CI. 8 hours ago for some scissors. Oh, what was that? I swear I saw some targets painted on people's heads. The federal witness is mixed. Okay, you are now in protective custody. Congratulations. What else? Anything good? Let's search the cell. Ah, look at that! Looks like you guys didn't get very far this time. Let's search this cell as well. Finally, we caught one of those tunnels ahead of time. Oh my god, that's paying off. Yep. Close those motherfuckers off. No more of that. So, alright, so I think that's a good place to call it for this episode. Guys, thank you so very much for watching. Next episode, I think I'm going to build out the death row, and I'd like to sort of make that sort of its own exclusive area that's difficult to get to. We'll figure that out next time. So thank you so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.